Hey everyone, we're about to take a video tour of Heritage Ridge in Newnan, Georgia, which is right off of Lower Fayetteville Road and easy access to the Atlanta airport. So hang tight. We're going to drive through the neighborhood, show you some of the amenities and what the homes look like, and let's go into Heritage Ridge, which is one of my favorite neighborhoods. I've sold quite a few houses in here. I think it's one of my favorites because it's got a little bit of something for everyone. We are gonna go first and I'm just gonna drive you through the HOA real fast. Just so you can see kind of what the clubhouse looks like, which is what you're seeing right now. The clubhouse in Heritage Ridge. It has an Olympic-size pool. It also has 6 tennis courts. So we can swim, we can play tennis. It also has a game room and a conference center on the inside of the clubhouse, which there is the inside. It also has a gym. So you get a workout facility, you get tennis courts, you get playgrounds in here, an Olympic-sized pool. There's 2 amenity areas, which one's called the Town Hall, which is kind of in the middle of the subdivision, and then this one, which is the main subdivision. So I'm gonna come right out of the clubhouse because on part of Heritage Ridge, you do have an area that is necessarily meant for people that are over 55. And the reason why it's called Scenic Hills area of Heritage Ridge, and we are looking at some of these houses now. The reason why people love moving here when they get a little older in age is because they take care of the lawn, and it makes it where they don't have to maintain their front yard and their backyard. The HOA covers the front yard and the backyard. And so it's called Scenic Hills. And as you can tell, it's very well maintained. Got some really great ranch style houses, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Some of these have a little room up top, like you can see on that one house right in front of us. That's just what I call a sitting room, a prayer room, a hobby room. It can be an extra guest bedroom. It's not necessarily meant for everyday living. All of the houses in the 55 plus area of Scenic Hills is definitely meant for people that want to stay on one level. And with the HOA taking care of all of the yard work for you, it's just a really great option when you're ready to downsize. And you know, Heritage Ridge, on one side of the subdivision, you can have the larger home, and you love Heritage Ridge so much because of the amenities and the way that the neighborhood is. You can just come to the other side of the neighborhood and go into the older community for the 55 plus areas. So something definitely to keep in mind when you're moving into this area. So Heritage Ridge has 2 different parts of it, really kind of 3. Like, they built some of the first homes, which we're about to go through now, in the early 2000s. So it had 3 phases to it. One phase was what we just went through, which was the 55 plus area. This next phase that we're going to go through is the older homes that are in here. And when I mean older, like, you know, 2000, 2005, you can see one right there that's for sale. We'll drive through this way just so you can see kind of what they look like. They range anywhere from 4 to 5 bedrooms. They have flex rooms in here. You know, the medium sold house, like median sale price in here is $450. You can get anywhere at the low 400s as well, some of them in the high 3s, but you're typically looking at 3 to 5 bedrooms in Heritage Ridge. Newnan has a lot of these really great little, I call them peaker neighborhoods in here, that you can get 300 houses. This neighborhood is nowhere near as big as SummerGrove. It doesn't have as many amenities as SummerGrove, but it has all of the sidewalks, walking path through the neighborhood. It's got a couple of different parks. We should be able to go by some of them. Some of these homes are going all the way up to 4,400 square feet, 4,500 square feet. So you got anywhere from the 55 plus community that's, 2,000 square feet up to almost a 5,000 square foot house. Here you're going to see a park right in front of us. Very great park in the middle of the subdivision, on the older part of the subdivision, and going over into the newer part of the subdivision, where they, I think, stopped building in 2023 era. So you got just a range out here. You're close to I-85, so I have sold houses in here to Delta flight attendants. I have sold houses in here to teachers. I have sold houses in here to people that are commuting up into the Atlanta area, because you are 30 minutes to 45 minutes to downtown Atlanta. You have a family-friendly atmosphere if you're looking for some of that. I'm going to go to this back part of the neighborhood where you can see some of the newer builds. So you're right off of Lower Fayetteville, which gives you easy access to I-85. I always say this is where you can definitely tell, and this is Brook View Drive, where we are on the newer part of the subdivision. So when I turn, you're going to be able to tell we don't have as many trees. It's not as established as the older part. You can definitely tell the size homes definitely are bigger, for sure. These are homes that have big multi-generational locations as well. Let's see if I can turn just a little bit. We got a lot of options for multi-generational homes in here. Like, say for instance, this one with the truck, that would be one of the bigger models. This next one is going to be a smaller model. It wouldn't have a flex room up top. The multi-generational models have big flex rooms up top. Because there are an array of homes in here of sizes, there's just something for everybody, really. The ranch floor plans with the bonus rooms on this newer side, they're great. I mean, they're running about 3,000 square foot alone, so it's still a good size, but the amenities are good in here. The layout is good on these homes. The builders put double ovens, which everyone loves. The open concepts on almost all of these houses. They have usually no carpet below and carpet up in the bedrooms up top. For the HOA cost compared to SummerGrove, it's very reasonable in here. They do a lot, just like SummerGrove does, with Halloween and trick-or-treating and things to that nature. So this is just a neighborhood that is worth seeing right here off of Lower Fayetteville Road. You don't want to sleep on this neighborhood. As you can tell, we have just some really beautiful homes in Heritage Ridge. So if you want to take a look, definitely give me a call. We didn't even get to go through the whole neighborhood, but we got through at least enough of it that you can tell what Heritage Ridge has to offer.